You remind me I am not alone. Mountains rise and rivers flow wild, but my faith, it stands unshaken. In your love my heart finds courage. With your Lord I'll overcome. I will never let go, no matter the fight. Your strength within me, my guiding light. Through every struggle, through darkest night, I hold on to you. I'll never let go. Mountains rise and rivers flow wild. My faith, it stands unshaken. In your love my heart finds courage. With your Lord I'll overcome. I will never let go, no matter the fight. Your strength within me, my guiding light. Through every struggle, through darkest night, I hold on to you. I'll never down on my knees again, surrendering all, surrendering all, and find me here, Lord, as you draw me near. I'm desperate for you, I'm desperate for you. I surrender. Drench my soul, His mercy and grace.
me with a song of deliverance from my enemies, till all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God.
Ons kan bly vashou en hoop as ons in hom bly. Jesus is altyd daar.
Every time I try to make it on my own, every time I try to stand and start to fall, and all those lonely roads that I have traveled on, there was Jesus. When the life I built came crashing to the ground, when the friends I had were nowhere to be found, I couldn't see it then, but I can see it now. And there was Jesus. In the waiting, in the searching, in the healing and the hurting, like a blessing buried in the broken pieces. Every minute, every moment, where I've been and where I'm going, even when I didn't know it or couldn't see it, there was Jesus. Oh, this man who needs amazing kind of grace, forgiveness at a price I couldn't pay. I'm not perfect, so I thank God every day. There was Jesus.
There was Jesus.
In the waiting, in the searching, in the healing and the hurting, like a blessing buried in the broken pieces.
All these pieces, broken and scattered, in mercy gathered, mended and whole, empty-handed, but not forsaken. I've been set free. I've been set free. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Ooh, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I can see the love in your eyes, laying yourself down, raising up the broken to life. You take our failure, you take our weakness, you set your treasure in jars of clay. So take this heart, Lord, I'll be your vessel, the world to see your life in me. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Ooh, I once was lost, but now I am found. raising up the broken to life.
Thank you. So the order of service this morning with Teresa, we decided what we're going to do is to hear your voices first before I speak about the message the Lord gave me for this. And I thought it's so apt that the friends and family of Lance are the ones who are speaking here this morning. And so I know it's a very difficult time, and I've been given several messages to read. I will try and get through everybody's one. If I forget one, please just remind me. Then I'm going to start with a voice note from Joandre, his friend who's in Europe at the moment, who can't be here. So I'm going to try and play it on the microphone as well, so we can hear his message, and then I'll start reading through everybody else's messages. Okay. After that, should somebody like to come up, Teresa, John, whoever needs to come up, please feel free to come up. I'm not going to call your name because we've changed the list around a bit, so I'm not quite sure who's talking and who's not talking anymore. So let me start with the voice note first. Technology is so wonderful today, so let's hear what he says.
Because I don't have words. Going from talking to you every day to now not being able to is tough. It's probably one of the most unpleasant feelings ever. It's tough, but I will never forget the precious moments we've had together. No matter for how long we didn't see each other, whenever we did, we just picked up from where we left off. You're always there for me no matter what crazy thing I asked you to do. And your words were always, as long as we go fishing, even though I know the weather was against us. You always tried to convince me by the time we'll go fishing, it'll all be fun. We had so many good times, I just don't know how to put it into words. Like going camping and forgetting some of the important things like forks and water and even a mattress to sleep on. Whether I was losing track of time while playing games or taking our 200 note and testing our luck by the casino. The amount of memories I have with us, I will carry with me forever. You were someone who I could never say no to. You just had this way of making me go do things even if I really didn't feel like it. You knew me and I knew you. We knew exactly how to make each other laugh. Lance, you were like a brother to me. A real true friend. I just don't know I'll be saying goodbye to you this soon. I will forever miss you, but I'll never forget you. Until we meet again.
So where I'll start this morning is, let me start with, I have several here. I need to start with the shortest one, Jade. So Jade says, I'll keep my speech short, as I'm sure there are many of you that would like a chance to mention how Lance was a great part of your lives. From myself, there are two short stories I'd like to share with you. When I became part of Lance's life, he was already playing rugby. I remember taking him one Saturday morning to the local sports shop where I got him to choose a new pair of boots as his were worn out and they needed an upgrade. He chose a grey and pink pair of Adidas boots, and I had to ask him, what's up with the pink on the boots? His reply was, pink is my thing, and these boots are lacquer. He played in his boots through his high school and club rugby for many years, and his mum and I were always next to the field supporting him, even though he ran through a field with pink on his feet. All knew he had fire in his heart. And I bought the Husky 300, and the first words that came out of Lance's mouth was, this is going to be mine one day. A while back at the club, the topic of my bikes would come up, and Teresa would always say in company, Jade has all these bikes collecting dust, and he won't even let Lance ride them. Lance would always have a silly smile on his face and say, yes, Jade, I agree with my mom. So several weeks ago, a few of us decided to take our bikes to the Indube Oval track. When Lance came to hear of this, he knew very well this was his chance. And after getting to the track and warming up the bike, I allowed him the opportunity to take it for a spin. And after a few laps, we all saw a cloud of dust, and there, Lance lay winded with a bruised ego. Oh, I ever seen come off on the straightest part of the oval track. And please look at the bike and the handlebar there. After getting up and seeing all this track rash, he decided he needed to visit the local doctor because he would not be able to make it to work on Monday. So he jumped in his brother's car and off they went. And several minutes later, my phone rang. And you can't guess who was on the other side. Jade, where are you guys? I replied. I'm still at the track, but the two boys have just left. Don't freak out. But Lance has come off the bike and has gone to get a medical note. Knowing that he was coming my way, I moved the phone a few inches away from my ear, and I got, Jade, you idiot. Why did you let Lance ride the bike? Mothers, you are great. You're a great lighty, and I will miss you so much. This is never going to be goodbye, but cheers for now. Love you, Brew, Jade. Okay, so let me just start at the top of the pile. From Vian. Dear Lance, I never imagined I'd be standing here today trying to find the right words to say goodbye to you. You were my very first friend, the one who taught me that true friendship means. From that earliest days, you were there, by my side with your laughter, your loyalty, and your big heart. We shared so many memories, some loud and full of joy, others quiet and comforting. You knew how to make my life lighter, even in heavy moments. I will always be grateful for the time we had and the bond we built. More than anything, you showed me what it means to be a real friend. You gave without asking and listened without judgment and stood by me without fail. I carry your memory with me always, Lance. I miss you deeply. Thank you for being my first friend and the very best one I've ever had. Rest easy, my Lancey. With love, Vian. Dear Teresa, Jacques, and Ruben, our hearts and prayers go out to you today as you say farewell to your beloved son. Our hearts ache for your loss. We are praying, as Philippians 4:7 says, over you guys as you learn into God's peace that surpasses all understanding. We love you from Jason, Odette, Sebastian, Isabella, and Francesca, the Sheffermans from Dubai. Okay. You left too soon, no doubt of that. Still young, still bold, still full of chat. Now heaven's lakes have met their match. With you up there, first cast, first catch. You told your jokes with zero shame. You lived life loud, with love. Your hair was your other joy. You laughed like rules meant to bend. A cousin, brother, son, and friend. You weren't here long, but wow, you were. A spark, a laugh, a bit of blur. You made us smile, you made things weird. You hugged real hard. And now we stand with hearts that ache. But I know that on the glassy lake, the sky is your roof, the breeze your song, with peace you've wanted all along. So here's to Lance, young and free, a fisherman of memory. We miss your jokes, your voice, your fight, but know you're somewhere casting light. Love from Marcel and Kirsten. From Mel. Today is one of those days none of us imagined having to face. Saying goodbye to someone like Lance feels impossible because people like him leave marks too deep to ever truly be gone. Lance wasn't just a friend. He was a constant, someone who showed up, who made us laugh, who loved with his whole heart. If you knew him, you knew his smile. You know his jokes, some questionable, some brilliant, but all made with love. He had his way of making you feel like you mattered, even on your worst day. He taught me a lot, not through speeches or big gestures, but through the way he lived, with kindness, with loyalty, with quiet strength. Lance didn't need attention to be a light in the room. He just was. Lance had his quiet strength about him. He didn't have to say much. You felt safe around him. He was the kind of person you could lift the mood in a room without trying, who would always found a way to remind you that you mattered. He was more than just a friend. He was a steady presence, a kind soul who loved deeply and gave freely. And that kind of love doesn't go away. It stays with you. So today, as we say goodbye, I just want to say thank you, Lance, for being my friend, for being our friend, for someone this world was lucky to have, even if it wasn't for long enough. I hope you're out there somewhere now, casting a line in the calmest waters, smiling cheeky smile, and finally at peace. So even through this goodbye feels impossible, I know he's still with us, in our memories, in our hearts, and in a way we love each other moving forward. You'll always will be with us, Lancey, always Mel. From Ty. Lancey, where do I begin? You have made such a positive impact on so many people's lives. You always walked into my house or our sports club with a smile on your face and a hug. The parties, the brides, the laughs, and the chats we shared is something I will always cherish. You were always willing to help out, no matter what, including helping Melindy and I set up for the Kristen's and Marcel's baby shower after a late night out with our friends. But you did it with a smile. We will miss you, Lancey, until we meet again, my friend. Love, Ty. From Blake. Dear Lancey, I've never expected this to happen. Our childhood memories will forever be with me. Growing up with you was the best I could ever have asked for. You weren't just my cousin, you were my best friend and a brother for me. Our camping and fishing days will always be remembered. I still remember the day when we were very young and we snuck off to the kitchen, stealing all the Oreos and helping each other up the kitchen counter. Oma will make the white slap up and Opa will sit with us and make sure we eat it all and make sure we drink the milk, even though we didn't like that. But didn't have much of a choice. I've known you for 24 years of your life, and it's been the amazing 24 years, my cousin. I love you forever and always until we meet again. From Blake. Okay, so it seems I've got 2 of these. Sure, yes. Folks, when one listens to the memories that people have, it is so clear how short our lives are. And as we stand here in memory of Lance, it's such a wonderful way to give tribute to somebody who made such a difference in our lives. Can I ask anybody now to come up? Teresa, would you like to come up this stage? Would you like to go last? Okay. Folks, please, come up. Okay, so I'm going to stand at the bottom. You can take it. Just pass it on.
Oh, staan ons.
Good morning, everyone. Me and Lance didn't have a conventional relationship. We always used to bicker about everything, and I mean anything. And just to rev him up a bit more, we would always try to prove him wrong, but 99% of the time, he was wrong. And the crazy ideas we came up with, the one that springs to mind is parking my car in Carlsdam. He said no, he wanted to test my 4x4 capabilities of my Datsun. But eventually got so stuck, we had to fetch a real 4x4. I wrote something for Lance. My boy, my friend, he left us now. It's hard to say a goodbye, but it is goodbye now. I know you're still here, living the next life. But you will be with us, but keeping your name to stay. The times we had together was not enough. We don't know what the future holds, but I know it will be tough. You should stand by us every step of the way, helping us, leading this way like you always did. My friend, my brother, my legend, please rest in peace.
Yo, he's by me, and so. Okay, this is from Reuben to his brother. To my brother, where do I even start? This is just a shock, like I honestly don't know how to think or feel about this. I can't believe that the Lord Almighty took my number one person away from me so soon. I can't believe it. Lancey, you were my rock and my shoulder to cry on when I needed you the most. I was honestly not expecting the speech to be your funeral speech. I would have liked it to be a wedding speech. I'm really lost for words and have no idea on how to feel about the fact that I just lost my brother, my number one person in life. I will never forget the times we used to talk about how we would go overseas to go and make lots of money and come back to buy and give mom and dad everything they've always wanted in life, but never got. I will be fulfilling our dream and make mom and dad proud for the both of us. I will always remember you as the best big brother I could have ever asked for, because you were. I love you so, so much, my Lancy, and I will never forget you and the memories we had together. Never. Gone but never forgotten, Lancy. Rest peacefully, Lancy, and until we meet again, my big brother. Love you, Lancy. Thanks, Ruby. Ons moet meer as hulle wees. Conference hierbou. Okay, hier is van Ari af, dis in Afrikaans. Ek weet nie eens waar om te begin nie, maar ek gaan probeer. Ons ken mekaar al van laerskool af. Hoe ons altyd op die plaas nonsens aangejaag het. Dit was baie jare terug, maar ek weet, daar was nooit 'n dag wat ons gelag het nie. Nie gelag het nie. In die laaste 3 jaar het ons nog closer geword. En elke keer wat ons saam uit was, het ons elke keer gelag. Ek onthou elke keer wat ons nonsens wou aanjaag, het ons vir mekaar gekyk en net geweet. Ekskuus. Dit was altyd so onskuldig en net om te lag. Lance, jy het smiles op almal se gesigte gesit en niemand sal dit vergeet nie. As iemand 'n afdag gehad het, het jy presies geweet wat om vir hulle te sê om hulle beter te laat voel. Ek is dankbaar vir al die memories wat jy gelos het en almal sal saam met my stem. Dankie vir alles, my Lancy, ons sal jou nooit vergeet nie. Ek sal jou beslis altyd verlang. Okay, en dis nou van my af, Kyle, aan Lance, Labba, Balsak. As 'n goeie tyd 'n naam gehad het, was dit Lance. Dit is moeilik om die regte woorde te vind wanneer jy voor 'n kamer vol mense staan, wat almal dieselfde persoon so diep lief gehad het. Ek het nooit gedink ek sal hierdie toespraak gee nie. Om hier te staan en oor Lance te praat, voel surrealisties en ongelooflik moeilik. Want hoe som jy iemand op wat soveel vreugde in die wêreld gebring het? Maar ek wil nie hê hierdie moet 'n hartseer toespraak wees nie. Ek wil hê dit moet 'n viering van sy lewe wees. Want dis presies wat Lance sou wou hê. Hy was goed, hy was gelukkig, hy was pret, altyd glimlaggend, altyd seker dat die mense om hom dieselfde voel. So vandag terwyl ons hom onthou, wil ek fokus op die vreugde wat hy ons gegee het, die stories wat ons laat lag het, die oomblikke wat ons saam hom geniet het, en die vriend wat hy vir my en vir soveel van ons was. Vriendelik, snaaks en uniek. Ek onthou die eerste keer toe Lance plaas toe kom, het ons fiets gery, hy het met my BMX gery wat nie brieke gehad het nie. Ons het op die grondpad gery wat afdraande was na die plaas se kantoor toe. Dit was amper soos 'n kyk maagie en hande oomblik. Toe ons al redelik spoed gehad het, of hy, slaan Lance 'n klip en die handlebar spin en slaan hom in sy knaters voor 'n groot klomp customers wat daar staan en saam my lag. Ekskuus. Natuurlik het Lance dit snaaks gevind, maar kort daarna, met al sy pyn, het ons nog steeds weer gaan ry. Hy was al van toe af so taai soos 'n ratel gewees. Johandre is ongelukkig nou nie hier nie, maar ek, Lance en Johandre het altyd saam gaan visvang. Ek het nie genoeg vingers om te tel hoeveel keer ons vir Lance van werk af moes kry om saam met ek en Johandre te kom nie. Sy gunsteling verskoning was om sy broer 3 uur by die tandarts te kry. Die middag. En dan kom join hy ons en na al die reëlings en al die leuns wat hy vir sy baas vertel, tussen die 3 van ons vang ons tog net 3 visse as ons gelukkig was. Lance, daar was soveel lekker memories wat ons saam gehad het, maar uit alles uit was visvang en 'n biertjie na werk die lekkerste saam met jou. Dankie vir alles wat jy vir my en vir my familie gedoen het. Ek gaan vir jou vir ewig mis. Lief vir jou, my Labba.
Baie dankie. Enigiemand anderste? Ek sal saam met u staan hierbo.
Hi, for those that don't know me, my name's Jodine, my daughter Tia. We first met Teresa and Jock when we were 20. Well, I was 20. It was at a Christmas dinner. My husband now, who was my boyfriend there, Harvey, had invited me to this Christmas dinner, and it was the first time that him and Jock both worked at SANDF and the army, and it was the first time I was meeting them. And from that moment, our lives were always intertwined. So 31 years later, we are still very, very close friends. And I shouldn't have been surprised at the time, but we got married the same year. And Teresa and I were both pregnant, me with Tia and Teresa with Lance at the same time. Tia and Lance were born 3 days apart. So we were always, first-time moms. We were close together. We used to visit each other. And I never forget, after that, my son Jake came along, and then Reuben a year later came along. And for me, the good times were we used to come up, because we're from Durban, so we don't stay in Maritzburg. So we used to come up at least once a month, and we would come and have a braai with Jock and Teresa, and the kids would play. And they played so well together. It was hide and seek, it was swimming in the pool, it was catches. I've still got so many photos of them running around and having such a good time. So this is very, very hard for us. I never in a million years thought I would be here saying goodbye to Lance. One of the things that does stick out in my head is that obviously I'm English, my husband's Afrikaans. And when Lance used to come and say hello to us, he would always say, "Hello, Auntie Jolene. Hello, I'm Harvey." And it was so sweet, because it was like he knew I understood Afrikaans and that everyone would talk Afrikaans and it would not be a problem. But he would always say, "Hello, Auntie Jolene, how are you?" And you'd get a hug. So he was always so affectionate. He was the kind of kid that if somebody was being left out, he would include them. He would always make sure that everyone was happy when they were playing. Just such a big heart and such a sweet person. And he grew into such a sweet young man. Somebody that, Jock and Teresa, you can be so proud of him. Because he was the most amazing young man that I've ever known. He was amazing. So he has left a very, very deep hole that I don't think we ever forget or get over. We just learn to adapt better to dealing with it. And I'm just so very grateful that even though it was a sad time, when we went to your dad's memorial, that I got to see him, because not being from Maritzburg, I don't see him that often. And I got to see him, and I got to get a good big hug in there. So, Lancey, you're going to be so missed. But yes, there's not much more. Thanks.
Thank you all for being here today. I didn't actually prepare a speech, but something said to me in my heart that I need to say goodbye to my son. When he was born, I was standing there waiting for him to come out. And as he got out, the doctor slapped him. And I looked at the doctor and I said, "Hey, pal, wat maak jy?" And he said, "No, we need to do these things." I said, "All right, wel, 'n bietjie sagter, hoor." And yeah, that was Lance. There's another one. He was a little, I think he was like 9 or 8. And he was very cocky, very arrogant with me one day. And I said to him, "Lance, die Here kyk vir jou. Jy moet nie so met jou pa praat nie." "Yeah, what? And we were standing in my dad's yard, and there was a Weber braai. And as he was carrying on with me, out of the blue, a snake fell on top of that Weber. And I don't like snakes. And he said, "Wat donkies?" I said, "Ja, sien. Jy moet jou les leer." Jy moet jou les leer. I love my son very much. This is most probably the worst thing in my life that could ever happen. But God gave me another boy, beautiful son. So me and Ruben, we will carry on, my boy. We'll carry on. I don't have much more to say, but I need to say goodbye. I love them so much. I don't know how I'm going to make it, because I got a beautiful gift from someone, and that's exactly a year ago when that photo was taken. Thank you so much for that gift. I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of people today. Okay. It still doesn't feel real that Lance is gone. It's hard to put into words how much he meant to all of us, and we're here today to honor someone whose presence made the world lighter and louder. I still remember the very first time I met him. I was in junior school. Lance had been out all day riding with the boys, and I came downstairs to say hi, because these boys were basically in my house 24/7. And Lance was downstairs making himself a sandwich, like he had done it 1,000 times before. My parents didn't even question it. It was just normal. From there, he became a huge part of my family. Lance had this quiet way of showing up always. Whether it was for the fun, the chaos, or just to be there, he never needed a reason. There are too many memories to speak about, but I'll never forget when we were away in Sudana, and Lance had joined us on holiday. This particular evening had resulted in Bron and I leaving the house to go to the local bar and taking the house keys. Lance and Alex, who originally wanted to dent the pile of booze that we had in the house, decided to join us, but the gate was locked. This was not going to stop Lance. He came up with a very clever plan to scale up the telephone pole and jump over the electric fence. But just in case they failed, Lance decided to check how bad the electric fence was going to shock and proceeded to touch it with a slop. The next second, there he was on the ground, cursing away and about to throw up. He got highly electrocuted. We have all, including Lance, laughed about it, but it was incredibly funny, but he was so mad at us afterwards. He really was everywhere, just always there, in every memory, in every plan, in every moment, worth remembering. It's hard to imagine not having him here, but I take comfort in knowing that he's at peace now. There's a verse that's been sitting with me this day as this day's come. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 16. and this one. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Matthew 25, verse 21. Lance, you gave us so much to laugh about, so much to hold on to. You were solid, you were loved, and you will be missed more than words could ever say. Rest easy, my friend. We'll love you forever.
Anybody else?
Hello everybody, thank you for coming. My name is Sonia, I'm Jock's. What are we? Partner in crime, partner in life. And Lance has been like my son for the last 2 years. So I don't have many stories to share except that you guys made a beautiful boy. And he was always very kind. And when he did come to visit us, there was usually an ailment involved from a night before. And the most recent one was he arrived on Father's Day and he hurt his hand. I don't know if it was because of the bike riding. And he told me he was hungry, so I decided to make him breakfast. And then he told me he couldn't eat it, so I had to cut it up into little pieces for him. And then asked him if I needed to eat it for him too. And he said, nee, Tannie, dis okay, dankie. So then Lance and I proceeded to go to the shop to go and get their dad something for Father's Day. And we had a lovely time. And then he was supposed to help make supper. And then proceeded to fall asleep and wake up when the food was ready. I don't have much else to say, except that my heart breaks just as much as yours. And he will be very missed.
Thank you everyone for coming. You are testament to what an amazing person my son was. Lance, where do I start? When I had you, I never knew one person could love another so much. I used to always tell people that my kids was like having my heart walk around outside my body. Lance, you were surely one of the best things I ever did in my life. You made me so proud to be your mother. I treasure every moment you spent in my life with me. I hoped to have you longer. You left this world so suddenly, I think my heart went too. I know that you're in a better place. And that one day I will join you. I wish I could see you one more time walking through the door. I know you feel my tears and my heart is broken. I can't understand why someone so precious had to die. Thank you for growing up with me and showing me how to love unconditionally. If it was not for you and Ruben, I would not be who I am. Ek kan nie begin om te dink hoe die res van my lewe sonder jou gaan wees nie. Jy en jou broer was my hele wêreld, my doel, my rede vir lewe elke dag. Ons het wonderlike en nie sulke wonderlike tye gehad nie, maar ons het dit altyd gemaak. 24 jaar het ek die voorreg gehad om jou ma te wees. Ek wou net altyd die beste vir jou gehad het in die lewe en jy het dit verdien. Jy was ongelooflik sterk, gaaf en beleef. en jy was my rots. Jy het altyd net vir my gesê, mamma, moenie worry nie, alles sal oukei wees. Ek weet jy sou hier wees en vir my sê om te lag en te sing en te dans. You would not have wanted us to be sad, even though it is the hardest thing we would go through in life. You would want us to hold on to the good times. You lived your life to the fullest. You were nicknamed Ballas because you grabbed life by the balls. Ballas, Labba, Padda, Lansie, jy was 'n wonderlike vriend, broer, seun, kleinseun, neefie, maatjie en kind wat enige iemand kon vra. Waar jy was, het almal gelag. Vang nou vis, speel rugby, speel golf tot jou hartelus. Ek sal altyd trots wees om te sê, ek was jou ma. Lief jou altyd en vir ewig, tot ons mekaar weer sien. Mama.
Thank you, everybody. Folks, what we'll do now is we'll watch the slideshow, the memories, and then I'll just do a short note to yourselves.
Run, run, river, carry me home to the ocean. The river and the road, take me home to the ocean. The friends in my life, like stars in the sky, leave the lights on. I'm trying to get back home, the river keeps on flowing to the ocean. Love me, they sing that they love me, oh Lord. I'm traveling alone, so far from home and alone. Oh no, angels, angels, please don't leave. I'm trying to get to her with the love she deserves, Lord, please. I've been playing my guitar, laying underneath the stars for you. In the light of the moon, I'll be forever singing tunes for you. When the stars are aligned like the colors in your eyes, greens and blues. It's not when or whether we'll always be together, it's true. Me, they sing that they love me, oh Lord. I'm traveling alone, so far from home and home. Oh no, angels, please don't leave. I'm trying to get to her with the love she deserves, Lord. love for me is all I need to keep believing. And the angels above me, they sing that they love me, oh Lord. I'm traveling alone, so far from home, and Lord. Oh no, angels, angels, please don't leave. I'm trying to get to her with the love she deserves, Lord, please. Only me.
Ek weet jy wonder soms hoekom dinge moet gebeur. En ek weet jy het baie vrae en jou hart is baie seer. Ek weet my plek is leeg langs jou. Ek sal altyd by jou wees. As jy na my verlang, onthou ek is by jou in die gees. My tyd op aarde is verby. My lewe was afgemeet. En ek weet jy moet agterbly, maar ek sal jou nooit vergeet. Ek is nou in die hemel en ek wil nergens anders wees nie, want hier is ek gelukkig. Hier kry ek nooit meer seer nie. Ek is nou in die hemel en my hart is daar by jou. Nou is ek die engel wat sy vlerke om jou hou. Ek sien jou trane elke dag. Ek wens ek kon dit afdroog. Ek wil nie hê jy moet huil nie, want kyk, ek is daar in die reënboog. Hier sal ek altyd wag vir jou, hier in ons hemelhuis. Ek hoop jy volg die regte pad tot hier by die kruis. My tyd op aarde is verby. My lewe was afgemeet. En ek weet jy moet agterbly, maar ek sal jou nooit vergeet. Ek is nou in die hemel en ek wil nergens anders wees nie, want hier is ek gelukkig. Hier kry ek nooit meer seer nie. Ek is nou in die hemel en my hart is daar by jou. Nou is ek die engel wat sy vlerke om jou hou. Nou is ek die engel wat sy vlerke om jou hou.
I think it's time for a prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the testimonies and the people that came said what Lance meant to them. Lord, as we go into this word that you've given us today, bless these words and let them be a tribute to Lance's life. In the name of your Son, Lord Jesus, amen. So folks, just what a wonderful occasion to have so many people pay tribute to such a beautiful soul. And I thought, when I was talking to Teresa this week, I was looking at what could I just bring in short to yourselves. And so I will read to you from Matthew 5:4 that says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." This is not a mere sentiment. This is a sacred promise, spoken by Jesus himself during the Sermon on the Mount. These words are heaven's assurance to the grieving heart. God never said there would be no sorrow in life. He did not promise his comfort, but he did promise his comfort in the midst of it. Comfort is not abstract. That's why we're here today, is to get comfort from each other. It is real, it is present, and it's near. When we mourn, it means we have loved. It means a bond was formed, a life was shared, and a soul touched ours in a way that cannot be easily forgotten. The depth of our grief reflects the depth of our connection, and this is very visible here today. In that depth, we find God's compassion. He meets us not only in church pews and prayer rooms, but in hospital corridors, at gravesides, and in the stillness of the night when the loss feels its heaviest. Sometimes God speaks in thunder, but more often he whispers. In memory, in a photograph, in a motorbike, or even a quiet tear shed over a life that mattered. Lance's life mattered. Psalm 34:18 reminds us of this gentle truth. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This verse gives us a glimpse into the very heart of God. He is not distant. He is not indifferent. He is drawn to our brokenness. And when we are at our lowest, God is at his closest. When we fall apart, he draws near, not to scold or to fix us in haste, but to sit with us, to carry us, and to redeem our sorrow. So today we remember Lance. We may feel a painful silence where his voice once was. But in that silence, if we listen closely, there is still a sound, the soft, reassuring whisper of our Heavenly Father saying, I am with you. I carry you. I comfort you. So may these scriptures not just be read and received, but be like a healing oil. And with that, I would like to challenge each and every one of you sitting here today. James 4:14 says, what is your life? Are you in the midst that appears for a little while and then vanishes? As we draw this memorial to a close, I offer not only words of comfort, but also this quiet challenge, a moment of reflection sparked by the life that Lance lived. How will you be remembered? What legacy will your life leave behind? Each of us is writing a life story, composing a melody of our days. For some, that song rings with long love, laughter, faith, and service. For others, the music may be faint, lost in the disappointment, or buried beneath life's burdens. But Lance, he did not wait for a stage or applause. He lived his life in full throttle, with the wind in his face, the salt in his hair, and the loyalty of his heart. Whenever he was cheering for the Sharks, casting a line into quiet waters, or chasing the horizon on a dirt track, he embraced life sincerely, fiercely, and with joy. He showed us you don't need a title to make an impact. You don't need perfection to leave a mark. You only need to live with a heart. And Lance surely did that. His rugged melody, bold, adventurous, and kind, not flawless, but real. And that is what makes life worth remembering. That is the message I want you to take away from here today. So let this not be a simple goodbye to a beloved son, brother, and friend, but a mirror held gently to each of our souls. What are you living for today? Who is in your life that needs you to forgive? Who needs you to hear to say, I'm sorry, or I love you? Do not delay. The road of life moves swiftly, and none of us know how long that ride will last. Let your life be more than a routine. Let it echo with purpose. You do not have to be a preacher to speak the truth. You do not need to be a musician to leave a song behind. You only need to be, like Lance, genuine, humble, and brave. So ride your path, cast your line, cheer with passion. Life is a life that blesses others. Let your heart be an instrument God uses. Lance's melody lives on. The question is, will yours? We'll listen to the next song.
I believe you are able. I believe you are good. I believe you are with me, even now, even now. I believe you are greater than every mountain that I face. I believe you will supply all I need. You're all I need. Till the ocean runs dry, my God is my provider. Though my heart may fail, your love will light the way. And if there's one thing I know that you are
He rode the world like an open road. Each heartbeat fears. A lake called softly in his soul, where fish would charge and break and oceans kiss. Still waters knew his quiet grace. His dreams left ripples on their face. Through dirt and track him fast with hands of death. No warning, pause, no second chance. Just shattered roads and silence. Knotted lines where hope resides. So cast your gaze withdrawn. He's fishing stars. The road ahead still knows his name. And when you feel the sea wind bite or engines growl in morning light, know still roaring where brave belong. Forever in our hearts, right? Thank some people. There are so many to mention. And first of all, for everybody here who this morning attended, you folk have shown enormous love. And it shows what really still is in our hearts in this country as well. Die kosdames, the Bikers Club and staff, the Off-Road Club, Craig and staff at Mosaic, myself, Vicky, Anne Lee and Johannes Marx, everyone for all the fundraising, and everybody who took the time to attend. Unity to celebrate this life. Here, ons sê vir U dankie vandag, dat U ons by mekaar mense wat weet, saam kom ons na U toe. Saam sal ons wees saam met Jacques en saam met Teresa, saam met Jean. Geef ons dat hulle ook vandag en weer eens, Here, seën elke persoon hier. Ons vra dit nie. Can I ask that to read for the candles?
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. For the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. When I see you again, we've come a long way. Tell you all about it when I see you again. See you again.
Strong and was small turned to a friendship turned to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. Will come first, and the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side.
Let the light guide me. Yeah. Hold every road, and every road you take will always been a long day without you, my friend.
Could I just... The ladies have prepped some nice food. And then the wake would be at the Thirsty Throttle afterwards. Please not park in front of the gates, otherwise if you park in front, the guys won't be able to come in and out. Yeah, join us and let's have a cup of chats over there, and yeah, thanks so much for everyone for coming.
For today. Thank you, folks. Thank you for coming. Baie dankie dat julle gekom het.
To myself, what a wonderful world. up with the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above. You find